Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from York Racecourse here on opening day of the EBOR meeting here on Wednesday. It is August 23rd, 2017. I'm going to look at all the 6 races on today's program from York, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. It's an excellent card of racing from York today. Going to look at all the races. Let's get on to it. Today's first race, the 155. It's the Symphony Group Handicap, Class 2 handicap here, going for a purse of $86,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards, rated 0 to 105. Field of 20 horses, going the distance of ground here of 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. This is a great race here. My top pick in this one, I like the number 11 horse, A Moment of Madness. I've had many of those. I'm going to go 11, 6, 19 in the TriCaster, the trifecta, 11, 6, 19 in the TriCaster, the trifecta. My top pick, number 11, Moment of Madness, 7 to 1, Harry Bentley for Charlie Hills, who trains his 4-year-old gelding. Most recently at Glorious Goodwood, the 1st of August, 5 furlongs in the Class 2 handicap. This horse finished second by nose. You know, the course on that day wasn't so wet as it would get later in the week. This horse quickened up nicely, just missed, but it wasn't a half bad run. Coming here with that good run before, he should run, he's been on the up and up, and he should run a good one here today. Start before the 13th of July at Newmarket, 5 furlongs in the July course. And a Class 2 handicap. Horse finished third by half length that day. Really weakened out of it. It wasn't his day to win. They ran a little bit fast that day. And then at Chelmsford, 21st of June, 5 furlongs on the polytrack and Class 2 handicap. Horse finished third by 1 1/4 lengths. As the favorite, this horse really weakened out of it. It just wasn't his day to win. His last victory came at Kempton in mid-April. Going 5 furlongs on that pally track. From the rail, this horse won by 3/4 length. Was favorite and ran like the favorite should run. Quickened up nicely. Easy victory. He's been on the up and up his last 3. He should run a big one here today, so watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the first from York, the 155, it's the Symphony Group handicap. Going to go with the 11 horse, A Moment of Madness. I'm going to go 11, 6, 19 in the TriCast or the trifecta. To race number 2 now, the 225 from York, it's the Tattersall's A Stakes. It's Group 3 race here for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $110,500. That's in American currency, so don't get confused. It's for 2-year-olds only. Here, field of 11 horses going the distance of ground of 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the number 6 horse, James Garfield. I'm going to go 6, 4, 11 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 6, 4, 11. My top pick, number 6, James Garfield. 7 to 1 here. This 2-year-old colt out of Exceed Excelled. George Scott trains. Frankie Dettori gets the mount. Most recently at Glorious Goodwood, August the 1st. 7 furlongs in the Group 2 Vintage Stakes. Horse finished 4th by 5 1/4 lengths that day. Really weakened out of it. It just wasn't his day to win. It didn't have the best of trips either. Had to be quite used during the race. I think coming here, getting the major amount of Frankie Dettori up, I think this horse will run a little bit better. Start before Doncaster, July 13th. 6 furlongs in Class 5 main race. He dropped all the way down to that group to win. He won by 6 lengths. Was the heavyweight that day. Was 33 cents a dollar favorite. Ran like a favorite should run. It was a very easy win in the field of 10 horses that day. Before that, Royal Ascot, he didn't run half bad actually either. 20th of June in listed stakes for Class 1 horses. He finished third that day, and I think that was the Windsor Castle. He finished third by 1/2 lengths behind Sound of Silence, the Godolphin horse. He closed up well. Wasn't a half bad run. He held his own out that day, and he held his own out before that at Leicester also in his first career outing. Getting the major booking of Frankie Dettori up today should really help. He should like this ground. He should like the 7 furlong distance a lot. I think this horse will run a big one, so he'll be my top pick. So to recount my bets for the 225, the second race from York, it is the Group 3 A Stakes. Going to go with the 6 horse here, James Garfield. I'm going to go 6, 4, 11 in the TriCast or the trifecta. To race number 3 now, the 3 o'clock from York, it's the Betway Great Voltaire Stakes. I know I'm mispronouncing the Voltaire. I know I'm mispronouncing that wrong. Pardon me. Every year I've looked at this race and I've always mispronounced the race name wrong, so just pardon that. But it's the Betway Great, hopefully Voltaire Stakes Group 2 race here for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $209,000. It's for 3-year-olds. and 3-year-olds Colts and Geldings only. Field of 8 horses going the 2,400 meter trip, or 1 mile and 1/2 distance on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the number 3 horse Cracksman. You know, he should win on paper, so I'm going to use him as a top pick. I'm going to go 368 in the TriCaster, the trifecta. 368, my top pick, number 3 Cracksman. 4 to 5, Frankie Dettori for John Gosden, 3-year-old Colt out of Frankel, most recently at the 1st of July at the Curragh in Ireland, 1.5 in the Irish Derby, or Irish Derby like we would say in America. This horse finished second that day by a neck. Didn't get the usual amount of Frankie Dettori up that day since he was injured, but he had Pat Smolin up. This horse finished second behind Capri. Probably, how do I explain the horse Capri? Third string, I would say third string, Aidan O'Brien horse. He won out of default, I think, that day. You know, this horse closed up well, just missed, but it wasn't a half bad run. You know, before that in the Investic Derby, the English Derby, at Epsom, 1.5 miles on June the 3rd. This horse finished third by length, kind of hung in the stretch, really didn't get that good closing kick. Wings of Eagles just closed from the back of the pack, had a very good run, but this horse was third best that day. And then in the Derby trial at Epsom, 1.25 in early April, first start of the year, this horse won by nose, quickened up nicely, easy victory. You know, he's facing a little lesser quality horses here today. He's getting the mile half, which I think he should really love, and he should have a very good run. I know he's the favorite here, but you have to take the price, I know. So to recount my bets for the 3 o'clock from York, it's the Betway, it's the Group 2 Betway, Great Voltaire Stakes. Gonna go with the 3 horse Cracksman. I'm gonna go 368 in the TriCaster, the trifecta. So now let's get on to the featured 4th race, the 335 from York. The 335 is the Group 1 Juddmonte International Stakes. Class 1 race here for Group 1 horses, going for a purse of about $1.2 million. That's in the American currency about. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. This race, field of 7 horses, going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters or 1.25 miles on the turf course. My top pick in this one, you know, I'm going to go with the filly in this one, or the filly, the number 7 horse, Shutter Speed. I'm going to go 751 in the TriCaster, the trifecta. 751. My top pick, number 7, Shutter Speed. Frankie Dettori again. I have Frankie Dettori 3 races in a row. He better have a good day. John Gosden trains this one, the 3-year-old filly out of Danso. You know, this horse, other than the little slight mistake in France, this horse has run pretty well. Most recently, at Chantilly on the 18th of June, 1.25 miles, 2,000 meters in the Group 1 pre-day Diane. This horse finished 4th by 1.5 lengths. Had an outside post draw, which is not ideal at Chantilly. You want a low post draw there. This horse finished 4th, closed up a little bit, but you know, she didn't save a lot of ground. She's in this small field of 7 horses. She's breaking from barrier number 6, which I think is okay. If she could save some ground, I think she could run a big one. She also gets low weight of 122 pounds, which is a major plus. And also, she should really like the distance a lot. You know, before that at locally here at York, May the 17th on the soft ground, 2,000 meters, 1.25 miles in the Group 3 Musadora Stakes. Horse won by 1 3/4 lengths that day. Rail post draw was 57 cents to the dollar favorite that day. This horse quickened up nicely and ran an easy victory that day. And then before that, Newbury, April 21st, 1.25 mile in condition stakes. This horse won for fun, won by 2.5 lengths, beating a Nable who went on to win the King George, a very tough race a few weeks ago. This horse just won for fun. It was a very easy victory off the layoff that day. And as a 2-year-old, this horse won at Yarmouth very easily, closing up well. This horse is a very nice horse here. She's facing the boys for the first time. She beat an incredible filly already this year. I think she'll run a big one. Watch out for this horse to upset here at 8 to 1. She's gonna get. This is gonna be my best bet of the card from York today. She's gonna get a lot of my each way money on her. So to recap my bets for the 4th. From York, the 335, it's the Group 1 Juddmonte International Stakes. Gonna go with the 7 horse Shutter Speed. I'm gonna go 751 in the TriCaster, the trifecta. To race number 5 now, the 415 from York. It is the Fine Equinity handicap, Class 2 handicap here, going for a purse of $86,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards, rated 0 to 105. Fields of 17 horses, going 3,200 meter trip, or 2 miles on the turf course. Stayers are in this race. My top pick, I like the number 4 horse, Pengali Pavilion. I'm going to go 4-13-9 in the TriCaster, the trifecta, 413.9. My top pick number 4, Pengali Pavilion, 6-1, Godolphin owned. Charlie Appleby trained. James Doyle gets the leg up for the injured William Buick, who I believe was supposed to ride this horse, if I'm not mistaken. This horse is making his first start of the year. He hasn't started in about 10 months. Don't think that should be a problem. I think you should really like this, the layout out of this course. But start for October 23rd in France at Saint-Cloud. Mile 7/8 and the Group 1 Prix Royal Oak. This horse finished 11th by 8 3/4 lengths. Got beat by Varzibat, who's probably the best stayer in the world, if I have to say that right now. This horse just really couldn't keep up with them. Wide post draw. It was just never in it that day with the high weight. Disappointing beat, but before that in England, this horse ran pretty nicely. In Newmarket, the 17th of September, 2 miles and a quarter, and the Class 2 handicap. Horse won by 3 lengths. William Buick rode an easy race. Could have won by more, but I guess they wanted to save the handicap. He was geared down at the end. Very nice victory for this one. It doesn't get any easier than that. And then before that, at Haydock in early July, mile and a half Class 2 handicap. Horse finished 5th by 6 lengths. Distance was a little bit too short. He didn't get that good closing kick. This horse will really like the 2-mile distance, which he's getting today. And I think he'll run a big one. So watch out for the 7-year-old gelding to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 5th from York, it's the 4:15. It's the Fine Equinity handicap. I'm going to go with the 4-horse Pengali Pavilion. I'm going to go 413.9 in the TriCaster of the trifecta. To race number 6 now from York, the final race on the program. It's the 450. It is the Betway Nursery handicap. Class 2 handicap here, going for a purse of $86,000. It's for 2-year-olds only. Field of 20 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the number 6 horse Green Fortune. I'm going to go 6-1-13 in the TriCaster, the trifecta, 6-1-13. Top pick number 6 Green Fortune. 6-1, Andre Attazini for William Haggis, who trains this 2-year-old colt out of Sayef. Most recently, in 25th of July at Chelmsford, 6 furlongs in a Class 4 novice race. This horse won by length. You want a horse breaking from the inside. This horse had speed from the rail, quickened up nicely to field the 5 horses. It was a very easy race for this horse that day. Major improvement off the start before in a Class 2 race at start before in a Class 4 novice race at Haydock, 6 furlongs of July 6th. This horse didn't have the best of trips, finished 3rd that day by 1 1/4 lengths. Just didn't do anything at all. Disappointing beat. But first career outing at Linkfield on the turf course in early June, 6 furlongs class in a novice maiden auction stakes. Horse won by half length. Another easy victory. The middle start, out of the 3 starts this horse had, the middle one wasn't very good, but his other two have been very nice. I think this horse with a low weight here, decent post draw, should really like this race course, and he should run a big one, so he'll be my top pick here today. So to recap my bets for the 6th, the 450 from York, it's the Betway Nursery. Gonna go with the 6-horse Green Fortune. I'm gonna go 6-1-13 in the TriCaster of the trifecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5, and remember to join me tomorrow for more racing from York and the E-Board meeting. Good luck, everybody.